So here we are for the Stronghold quest. My only enemy is time. There's no real point setting it because there's no particular place to do it. However, if you go to the far north, when this demonic is on, then this is probably the best place to do it because you can get quite a lot of mobs turning up, which you need for this quest. The other place that I would suggest you do it if this demonic isn't on would be in Devil's Hideaway down in the southwest of the Stronghold. But my preference is to come up and do this demonic heroic encounter. So it's a heroic encounter. I'm gonna finish the heroic regardless as to what happens with the quest, but I've just earned the tier 1 reward for the quest, and that is because I've killed 10 enemies. So I just keep going and hope that I can get the next tier reward. Obviously the higher the tier you get, the more rewards you get when you go back into the Stronghold. So I'm just going to carry on killing as many enemies as I can. I'm now over 20 enemies, and if you can see in the right hand side, the time is counting down. I've got just coming up to a minute and a half left in which to do this. I'm at level 25 enemies killed, so less than a minute and a half. I've got to get to 30 for the tier 2 reward, which I'm gonna get. There we go. So I've got the tier 2 reward. I've only got just over a minute to get 60 enemies, so I'm not going to get the tier 3 reward. But if you do defeat 60 enemies, you will get the tier 3 reward. So it's just a question of now completing this heroic, basically. But in terms of the quest, I've done as much as I can in the time I get, because this character that I'm on isn't strong enough to kill 60 enemies within the time scale. Now the other alternative would be to come in as a group. Maybe that way you'd stand a chance of getting the 60 enemies, or obviously if you're quite a strong character, then you would potentially get 60 enemies within the time. I'm not even quite got to 50, so I'm more than 10 short, which is unfortunate. But I have got the I've got the tier 2 reward, so that's good. So we're just coming up to the end of the demonic heroic now. Obviously my only enemy is time finished a while ago, but I've also completed the demonic heroic for the Underdark campaign.